People who play League of Legends often try to execute some insane mechanical outplays. But what if I tell you that mechanics aren't everything and precise knowledge is much more important? Today we'll talk about top lane champions mechanics that only one tricks know how to constantly execute, and I'll try to teach you things that will surely come handy in your games. In this video we'll discuss those tricks for Aatrox, Sion, Irelia, Sett and Jax. So let's start with the most important spell, which is Q. Q cooldown is reduced if you don't use Q3, so if you are not sure to hit it, just don't use it. Q2 has longer distance if you hit the target on the very edge of the corner's hitbox. Q animation and damage can be cancelled by crowd control. Attacks and abilities reduce cooldown of your passive by 2 seconds each. If you hit an enemy within the epicenter of Q, the cooldown is reduced by 4 seconds. Q1 can hit targets staying on side from you, not only in front of you. Q2 can hit targets behind you, even though the hitbox only shows the possibility to hit enemies in front of you. Aatrox W gives you true sight on the target. W hitbox is actually smaller than it's shown. When W is pulling the target, the direction is determined by Aatrox position when W connects. People rarely use E combined with W, but you can actually use E plus W combo to cut the distance with the enemy and force a fight. Aatrox E resets auto attacks. You can also use E at the melee distance if you and your opponent has 1 hit HP left and the one who does first hit wins it. Sett Q resets auto attacks, so in order to max out your damage output, look to quickly use your Q right after the second auto attack was finished. Sett can flash while casting W to redirect the final trajectory of your W and max out the damage. When you use W, your damage is increased at the middle and is reduced on the sides. Very similar mechanic with Aatrox Q. E's range can be extended if you use it on the edge of the corner, very similar to Aatrox Q2. You can pull the enemy champion over the wall with E if they are staying too close to it. If you want to quickly burst the target, look to ulti target to the closest wall. That will help you to save the travel distance time compared to the regular ulti. Sett ulti can be QSS, so be careful with enemies who have it. If you use Sett E plus W at the same time, E animation gets cancelled. Jax can jump on every living target but also on plants and Jarvan's E. However, you can only jump on allies Jarvan E. It will not work with the enemy. Jax E can be used mid-jump and still stun the target, which is helpful if you want to prevent the target from jumping away from you. When you AFK on the river, Jax starts fishing. Jax can recall while using his E. Your E isn't only meant to dodge auto attacks damage, but it also reduces AoE damage. To max out E's damage, you need to dodge 5 auto attacks, which will often come handy when you want to push the wave quickly and recall. Jax W resets autos, R passive and W stack. If you want to do some serious and insanely quickly burst damage, you can cast R and then flash with W auto. Instant insane damage works really well with Hydra as well. Sion's passive counts as if you are dead, so normally you would feel like your respawn timers are much faster than with other champions despite being the same level. That partially is the reason why Sion mains are often committing to proxying and do not mind dying to clear the wave, as they will catch the next wave on time regardless. Sion Q can often hit opponents that stay on the edge of your Q corner, even if it looks like the opponent is staying slightly behind you. Sion's passive on W grants him extra HP not only when you kill minions, but also when you kill Yorick's ghouls or Malzahar's scrubs. That's partially the reason why Sion is often picked into Yorick on high rank tiers. In order to ensure you can finish the target after being killed, make sure to use your E right before you're executed, so the target who kills you is slowed, and you can use your movement speed steroid later when the enemy is trying to cut the distance. Your ulti can hit both Nexus turrets at a time, if you pick a proper angle for it. Irelia has one of the longest attack ranges among all melee champions. It can often be used when you are trading during the laning phase or fighting an opponent that tries to kite you. Do not feel pressured if you can find the kill as Irelia early on. The champion starts to shine as soon as you finish your Blade of the Ruined King. This one is one of the strongest power spikes in the entire game among all champions. Irelia Q is considered an auto-attack modifier, therefore you can benefit on hit items like Witsend, Kraken Slayer and Hullbreaker from each Q you use. Use your Q to hide E animation while you dash towards the enemy. The execution is difficult, but the results are very rewarding if you manage to do it consistently. Your Q will always end up behind the enemy, which makes it harder to kite you. Irelia can flash while charging W. It may help you to either execute the enemy with it or completely change the trajectory of its cast. Irelia W can damage the targets behind you if they are close enough. The hitbox on W is slightly longer than displayed. For now that's it guys, thank you for watching, please tell me in the comments if you want to see such video about your champion or tell me if I missed anything about today's champions. See you in the next one.